Hi, and welcome to Momsense. I'm Kyleigh.
And I'm Kambria.
We are going to talk about how have you been no, hang on.
How have you been challenged since becoming a mom?
How did becoming a mother challenge you?
How did becoming a mother challenge you?
It's not a tongue twister, but we can't seem to get it right.
I know, but we know what we're talking about. Anyway, that's beside the point. Do you want to go first? Do you want me to go first?
Doesn't matter.
Okay. So let's hear how your challenges, because your challenges are all very fresh within the last year.
Yeah. I think a couple of things that have been challenging for me is like navigating new dynamics.
Yeah.
Right? So new dynamics with your friends, new dynamics with your partner, new dynamics with your family. So Xander was born in December, so right around the holidays. And we all know everybody loves a newborn in the holidays. And everybody wants to see the baby.
Yep.
And so you feel obligated to be at all the events, but you're also exhausted, and your baby is exhausted, and you're trying to, not everybody does this, but you're trying to breastfeed, and you're trying to be on a schedule, and like you yourself feel kind of funky. And so like there's that sense of it, and I think that kind of rolls into a really big challenge for me is like, how do I say this? Setting boundaries essentially is the idea behind it. But I don't know that the word boundaries is always the right term that I want to use, but just setting expectations, like new expectations.
Yes.
Because normally I'm the yes man of like, yes, let's go do this. Yes, like
we'll be there. Yeah.
And then you start to get to a point where it's a little bit more challenging.
Yeah, and you don't really want to.
Yeah. Or, again, the holidays. It's okay for you to run to this Christmas and this Christmas and this Thanksgiving and then go to this party and do this. Yeah. And, like, you just get to a point where you can't. And it's really hard because everybody wants time with the baby.
Yes.
You want your own time with your baby around the holidays. And, setting those expectations is difficult. And I'm not a confrontational person necessarily.
Yeah.
So anytime I feel like I'm, rubbing people the wrong way or putting a riff in the plans, I'm like, I don't like this.
Yeah, well, and to piggyback off of that, a challenging thing is, Jet was born in December too, and having, a baby when it's flu season, RSV, COVID, don't kiss my baby. Don't kiss my newborn.
Yeah.
And
but how,
people don't like it when you tell them that.
But it is also, like, I'm like, ugh, about it because I don't want to tell grandma that you can't kiss your grandson or whatever. And so I'm like...
A lot of that is hard. And for me, I didn't tell anyone anything.
I didn't. And I think I had expectation, like, don't kiss him on the mouth.
Yeah.
But if you kiss him on the head, or, like, just make sure you wash your hands.
And babies are going to get sick. That's inevitable. And, it is, I'm non-confrontational too. I'll just be like, just burning on the inside.
Yes.
But I will say though, like, I was a completely different newborn mom with Kinsey versus Jet versus Oakley. So Kinsey is 12 years ago. I didn't leave the house for 6 weeks.
Oh, wow.
Like, did not leave. I'm, like, terrified of germs, like, all of the things. And she was born in March. So, it's not really big, crazy, sick season. But then with Jet, he was born during COVID. And our families couldn't come see us in the hospital, nothing like that. And then with Oakley, it's so true what they say. Like, the last one, you're just like, whatever. But when I was pregnant with Jet, super scary times in the world. And I had a lot of anxiety and worried a bunch just about all of the things and sickness and what's going to happen tomorrow. The world shut down 3 days before Kenzie's birthday party. And we had a whole party planned.
Yeah.
And so with that, Justin really helped me get through that all. And, he's like, babe, you can't be anxious. Like, give it to the Lord. Give it to the Lord. And I'd be like, what do you mean? Like, how can I just person, like, everything's going to be okay. And he's like, look, you need to have peace. Like, you need to pray for peace because you're so worked up about all these things. None of it's even happened.
Yeah.
And that was a big challenge because anxiety is real in every season. It gets worse when they get older. I'm like, my anxiety have anxiety about the fact that Kinsey's going to be driving in 4 years. Like, what?
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
But yeah, so that's a huge challenge. Telling any adult, especially an adult that raised you, that had, you know, authority in your life, telling them like, no, is not so fun.
I don't like it. And just in general, like, if I'm making you feel uncomfortable, I feel bad about it.
Yeah.
I will say also a big challenge for me personally is my husband has the patience of a saint. Like, he is so incredibly patient with people. I'm patient to an extent, but definitely not half as patient as this man is.
Yeah.
I think my patience wears thin a lot faster. And we're kind of in that, Xander's not quite a toddler, but he's kind of starting to get into the toddler phase where he's not really throwing a temper tantrum, but he doesn't know how to regulate his emotions.
Oh, yeah.
And so, you know, you tell him no, and he, like, throws his head back and cries, and or if he gets mad and it's, like, time for him to take a nap or whatever, and he, like, grabbed my face and, like, scratched me. Again, I don't think he's not doing it purposefully, but I will get frustrated and be like, I'm putting you down. Like, sit there and cry.
We don't do that.
But nice hands. And he doesn't know what nice hands mean.
Yeah, I tell my kids kind hands.
Yeah. I think, so my patience has definitely been challenged.
Oh, my patience, 1,000%. Especially with Jet. Because having a boy, oh man. And another challenge on top of that is really understanding, when do they understand? Mm-hmm. And Jet totally understands now. Whenever he is...
Xander knows the word no.
Yeah.
Because he will stop doing whatever it is that you're telling him not to do, and he will look at you and smile. And I'm like... Oh,
so Oakley right now will take all of the vegetables off of her plate and just throw them off the high chair. And I'm like...
It's not funny, but it's funny.
I know. I'm like, what are you doing? No! And she'll be like... I'm like, oh, girl, don't even get me going crazy today. And then I'm like, you know, picking up broccoli out of the rug and, you know, just stuff everywhere. But patience, I 100% agree. My patience is challenged every day. And I think, you know, with that, the beautiful thing about marriage is, like, first you get to be patient with your husband, now with the kids, and you're like, man... No wonder old people are just so laid back. They've had to do this with a lot. Yeah, they've been doing it a while. And you know, something that Justin and I have joked about is, like, you don't pray for patience. The Lord will put you in situations and make you be patient. You got to pray for wisdom to get out of those situations. And you know, how can I better control myself? And no, whenever your kid's on the floor throwing a tantrum, you sometimes just want to beat them.
Yes.
And I spank my kids. Look,
we're not quite to the point where I'm, like, swatting his hands or spanking him or anything.
Yeah, but
he literally just doesn't understand.
He's not even one.
No, he doesn't understand. I am, like, redirecting. Hey, we're doing something we're not supposed to do. I'm going to pick you up and I'm going to remove you from the situation.
Yeah.
If you go back to it, I'm going to just keep doing it and hope that maybe it sticks. That's where that patience starts getting tested, because I'm like, boy, you've done this 5 times. I'm trying to cook dinner. Where's your father? He's not home from work yet.
Exactly. Something for me, and, you know, something that you will experience later, being a challenge is, you said it earlier, saying the word no. But how do you tell your 12-year-old no whenever all of her friends are getting to do it? And you know, my father-in-law, he's so funny. He has told me many times before, and it just in general, but he says, you know, sometimes I just told my kids no just because I wanted to tell them no. There wasn't a reason. They weren't misbehaving, but I wanted them to know that I could say no, and I didn't owe them an explanation. And I'm like, We don't owe our kids explanations. No, Kinsey, you can't go to every varsity football game. You can't expect me to go pick you up at 10 o'clock at night all the time, after these things, whenever we have the babies at home. And we make it work a lot of the times. But saying no is something I need to work on. It is a challenge because sometimes I get to the point where I'm on like overload and I'm not saying no to anyone or anything. Mm-hmm. And then it just beats me down. Yeah. And I get into this just like funk, and then I'm like praying. I'm like, Lord, what's going on? And then I'm like, wait a minute. It's me. Like, I am the problem. It's true.
Cue the Taylor Swift song.
It's me. Hi. Yeah, basically. But yeah, because you don't want your kids to miss out on stuff.
Yeah.
And everybody else gets to go to the games and all of the things.
My favorite quote is, well, if everybody else was jumping off the cliff, would you go too? And I'm like, depends what's on the...
I was going to say, you might. You'd be like, look, this sounds like a good time. Down there. I'm always like on the side of caution with everything. I'm just like, maybe I'll just wait back here and watch y'all.
I do think that's a huge challenge. And I mean, yeah, as they get older and they start to... It's the same concept as like when they're little bitty and they want the toy and you want to buy them the toy.
Yes.
But you don't want them to get into the habit of every time we go to the store they have to have something. So you walk this fine line of like giving your kid the things that you want them to have because you have the ability to do those things.
Yes. But not everything, Justin Robinson.
But you also have the flip side of that where it's like, I don't want to raise a spoiled child.
Exactly.
Or I don't want to raise an entitled child. Because I don't really think that you can actually spoil a baby.
No.
But you don't want to raise an entitled child that thinks, just because we're going to the store, I'm going to get a toy. Or just because my... Xander doesn't have a sibling. But my sibling gets to have this, that I get to have that. Well, did your sibling clean your room and you didn't? Like...
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And that is hard because it's like, I want you both to have a cupcake, but he or she listened and you didn't. So you don't get 100%. You don't get the reward because you didn't do anything. But you're like, I want you to have that cupcake so bad. Go clean your room.
Can you just do what I asked? And yeah, it's one of those things you have to make them mind. You have to make them listen. You have to make them respect you. And I love Justin so much, but he is such a sucker for the toy aisle. And
Brady's making his way.
He enjoys it too. He'll be like, what are we going to do today? If there's nothing on our...
He's like, we're going to Walmart.
Yeah. Let's go find something to build. Let's go buy something. I'm like, let's not spend money right now.
Yeah.
How about that?
We're building a house.
Yeah. So how about you go buy some lumber and drop it off at the
house? Yeah. Brady's kind of been the same way. Like... Especially with Xander's birthday coming up, we've really been toying around with the idea of, like, what do we want to buy him? Yeah. And then also, Christmas! Birthday Christmas! 3 weeks later, and so I'm like, okay, what do we want to buy him for his birthday? What do we want to buy him for Christmas? What do we want our families to purchase? Because while he's at that age where toys are okay, I don't want to get into the habit of buying toys all the time. So, like, clothes, diapers, wipes, things that we need.
I'm always like, please, diapers? Always.
Things that a travel cot, because we travel quite often. So I'm like, what are things that we would buy that we would need for Xander?
Yeah.
And so, like...
Resourceful things.
Yeah, and so...
Absolutely.
But Brady is the first that we go to Walmart as a family. He's like, okay, you go grocery shopping. See you later. Me and Xander are going to go find toys.
That's Justin and Jay. Yeah. If I have any more Hot Wheels brought into my house, I might just lose my mind. I mean, they're everywhere. They were in the garbage disposal the other day.
Hey, you can start passing some down.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. Because, man. And Justin's like, oh, but babe, Jet plays with my Hot Wheels from when I was a baby. And I'm like...
That's so sweet.
But...
So that means that he's got some he doesn't need anymore.
Yeah. There we go. Exactly. There we go. I like the way you think.
I got you, girl.
Yeah. Well, between all the Hot Wheels and monster trucks and everything we have, you'll be having a box coming your way soon because, oh man, I can't. And there's no reason that one should have so many of one thing.
The interesting thing right now is we have this, like the radio flyer plastic wagon. He flips it upside down and he like spins the wheels on it.
Oh, yeah.
So that's his thing right now.
Another challenge that I feel like I face since becoming a mom is like, you are the person.
Yes.
You're the person.
Yes. That is.
Dad's right there, but guess who you're asking help for something on? Mom.
Mm-hmm.
Mom.
I wouldn't say this was a fight, but definitely like between me and Brady recently. Sorry to throw our dirty business out there, but Brady worked a 6-hour week, so totally get it. But like I still worked a 40-hour week, if not a few extra, and mommed, right? Yeah. And so I have a 24-hour job, and on Sunday, like Brady's at work, I'm trying to get Xander ready to go over to Juju and Papa's house. We can carve some pumpkins. And so I put him in his high chair. I pulled the high chair into our bathroom, put some mandarin oranges out, let him like eat while I'm trying to get ready.
Yeah.
And he gets to a point where it is far past nap time and he is refusing to nap. So he is just screaming bloody murder.
Overtired.
Way overtired. So while I finished getting his backpack packed and all of the things, I just took him out of his high chair and put him into his car seat and had him sit there. He eventually fell asleep in his car seat while I was getting things ready. And I just got the backpack, car seat, out the door.
Yeah.
Left the mandarin oranges mess in the bathroom.
Oh, don't tell me Brady said something about it. Brady.
He said, "What did you do all day while you were home?" I said, "My guy.
I purposely threw oranges all over this house."
I know you did not just ask that. And he was like, "Well, I mean, you've been home and the house is messier now than like if you wouldn't have been home." And I'm like, last night I got home. He was off yesterday. Last night I got home. And mind you, the dishes were done. But there was still a tornado of things.
Yep.
And I said, "You have been home without a child all day long. What did you do?" "Well, I went to the gym. I went to the grocery store. I voted." And I said, So self-care. You did self-care.
Yeah.
So I know you're not about to say something about some mandarin oranges on his high chair right now.
Yeah.
He did pick up the mandarin oranges. So there's that. But I was lit. I'm like...
Oh, I would be too. Ooh, I'd be mad.
So the challenge is, you're the only one that, like, you are the sole person. You are,
You're the doer.
What do they call you? The default parent.
Yeah.
You're the default parent. So you do bath time. You make dinner. You decide what baby's going to eat. Like, you decide what he's going to wear.
Yeah.
All of those things.
So funny.
And Brady helps. He does. I'm not saying he doesn't. And if I'm not there, he mans it all by himself. He figures it out. He does it. But 85% of the time, it's me.
So funny thing, this morning I had a closing so super excited about that. But my closing was an hour away. I do real estate sometimes, and I was fortunate enough to have, a closing this morning. But it was an hour away. And I'm like, "Justin, I need you to take the babies to school." So we rearranged our schedules and figured out all the things so that I could make it on time. The kids would get to school and everything else. So last night I make Jet, Oakley, and Justin's lunch. I prepare their outfits. And then I'm like getting their school bag together, making sure everything's ready. I have it all ready to go. This morning I put the lunch boxes, in the backpacks. I had everything ready in Justin's truck so that all he had to do was get the kids dressed, have breakfast, take them to school.
Yep.
And, but I'm like, last night I'm thinking about it and I'm like, "Oh, I can't forget this. I can't forget this. I can't forget that." And then I'm like pulling out of my driveway and I'm like, "Oh, I forgot Oakley's muffin, 40 seconds in the microwave." And like just all of the things. And I'm like, oh man. Like, you just do stuff and you're just on autopilot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then, you know, Justin didn't and never does really. He didn't complain. He didn't say anything.
Yeah.
He figured it out. He texts me and is like, does Oakley normally scream whenever you drop her off? And I was like, no. Oh, and I just knew. She was like, what's happening? This isn't the norm. And Oakley loves her daddy. She loves her daddy.
Xander loves Brady.
And Justin's like, oh, it made me so sad. Like, you know, she just wanted me. And I'm like, oh, that's, you know, I understand. It's rough. And then I'm like, did you do Oakley's hair? And he said,
no.
And I'm like,
she's got crazy hair.
It was like this. Or I'm sure it's like this, because that's how it was last night when she was asleep. But anyway, I just like laughed to myself. I didn't even complain to him. But I'm like, okay. Like right now her hair is like right in her eyes. Yeah. So I can't even imagine. I bet it's adorably hilarious.
Yes.
But you know, you as a mom, you put yourself on autopilot and just do things. Mm-hmm. And that, I wouldn't even call that a challenge. I would say that's an
expectation.
Yeah. It's something about, because that's a lot to do and to think. And I mean, I write stuff down all the time because I'll be forgetting everything. And I have like 6 journals in our house that have stuff in it. And I'm not even kidding. And we have like a big whiteboard on our living room wall right now because we like pretty much are like officing out of our living room office or living room and kitchen space.
I text myself a lot, or I'll email myself quite a bit.
Yeah. Oh, I have text to myself right now. I need mayo and I need ranch. My husband's 2 favorite dipping sauces. I just bought them and they're already gone. I don't know how that happened, but you go, you're on autopilot, and then you wake up the next morning and it's just like, let's do it all over again. And you don't even think about it until you're not doing it.
Yeah. And then you have to like send a list of things or like pack it and make sure that everybody's prepared for whatever it is. Brady's about to experience his first drop off. Actually on Monday and Tuesday next week, Brady will be dropping Xander off. And recently I had asked him like, hey, would you go and drop Xander off? And he was like, I don't want to. It's going to make me really sad. I've never had to drop him off. I only have to pick him up, and he's so excited at the end of the day. I'm like, yeah, okay. Thank you. You have to go drop him off.
Yeah, now it's your turn.
You get to experience the sadness of leaving your baby.
Exactly. And it is just,
But I will say, so when we walk in the morning into the daycare, the girls at the front desk, Xander is always so excited to see them. He is like reaching his arms out, trying to be held by one of them. And like, what a great feeling it is to know that your kid not only is loved, but like he loves them. So I'm like, I have no complaints. I drop my kid off and he is excited. Yeah. He goes and plays. We've never had the like drop him off and he cries. We've never, like, maybe he was itty bitty, but
Jet just recently stopped doing that.
not the like I miss mommy or daddy. Like he's like, bye mom.
And that's so good for your peace though, because you're like, man, that, you know.
I wonder if it will change as he gets older. But right now, he does his own thing. He's like, have a good day. I'm going to play with my friends.
Mr. Cool. Yep. Just hanging out. Yep. Oh, I love that. And just having that confirmation that they're happy and want to be there is such a blessing.
Oh, for sure.
Because I knew Jed's teachers weren't beating him, but man, he didn't want to go.
It's hard.
He did not want to go.
You do wonder. You're like, why is he so sad? Like, he should be so excited to be here.
And Jet's very emotional. He's just like his dad. But big challenge there with the dropping off. And I know Justin is probably still just like, because I mean, Oakley is little. Yeah, and Oakley, it has been just loving her, some of him, and it's just been so sweet. seeing all three kids and their relationship with him and how they're different and how they grow. It's just so neat.
Do you ever feel jealous?
You know, I haven't thought about that.
Like, there are times that I'm like, heck yes, want your dad. Like, give me a break. And then the other days that I'm like, man, why do you not want to lay with me?
Okay, I feel like that sometimes, yes. But not ever, like, jealous of, like, their time together.
Yeah, I think jealous probably isn't the right word. But I'm like, it makes me sad.
I'm like,
because
Oakley cuddles with Justin every night.
He's so cool. Why am I not that cool?
Yeah. Justin plays You Got a Friend in Me and then cuddles with Oakley every single night. And she just lays on him like, squishy cheeks and everything all out. And I'm like, sweet. She doesn't do that with me. She doesn't want to be held. She wants to be going. She's extremely bossy. And I mean, that girl, she's going to be running something one day because she's assertive.
That's funny.
She tells everybody what to do and she can't even talk.
That's hilarious.
And
I love it.
And Justin and I are just kind of like, oh man, like we have our hands full with this one.
I love it.
Let's hope we get through it.
You will. You will. 100%.
Honestly, though, I mean, you pray for your children and their attributes and all the things, and you want them to be, kind and cute. Like, nobody wants an ugly kid. And, all the things. But ultimately, like, God already knows. And that's what's even cooler about it is that, like, he made Oakley that way for a reason.
Yep.
And we get to see it, happen.
Firsthand.
But so with challenges as a mom, I would like to say that being a middle school mom is not Sigma or Skibbity or...
I couldn't tell you what any of that means.
Oh my God. They have this whole like Ebonics language that they speak. And I finally will like be there. I'll be picking it up and I'm like, that's the Riz or something. If any of Kenzie's friends watch, she's going to be so mad at me.
Mom, oh my gosh.
But finally, it's bussin', it's bus, it's sus, it's what the heck are we talking about?
Yeah. No. I do think about, like, when we were kids, did we make up words like that?
Not like this. Ours was like...
I feel like swag is one of those words.
Swag, LOL, but no. I don't know.
I feel like LOL came with texting.
Yeah, okay, yeah. But no, so like, I need like a whole new dictionary of
I'm trying to think, what are some
cool
words?
Updated kids lingo because
ice.
I don't know it. What's ice?
Is it ice like cool? Is that like a thing?
Maybe you were cooler than me. I don't know. But no, I'm not even kidding.
All I can think of is swag.
There's I think I said Riz, Skibbity, bus, cap, no cap. It means the opposite of what why?
Yeah.
That's such a challenge for me. Can you just speak in English?
Can you just not have second language, please?
Exactly. Oh, and like I said, whenever I finally understand it, then it changes and it's something else. And then I look dumb. And then Kimmy's like, Mom, that is not Sigma.
I'm so sorry. Unfortunately, as a mom, we are going to look dumb.
Always.
Sorry, kids.
Yeah, you know what? But we love y'all and we do our best.
We try. We out here trying.
Yeah, so I maybe I'll create an app for the kids' languages and all the moms can get on the app and tell us what the words mean.
I do think there is, it's not, I don't know that it's an app, but have you heard of Urban Dictionary?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's a thing.
Oh, yeah. Just why? Just middle school mom life is no fun for anyone. The emotions, the drama, all of the things. But I will say, no, all of those things aren't fun. But being able to have a middle schooler and have, a close relationship with her and just seeing her turn into this kind young woman and learn about her, what she wants for her future and all of these things. It's just like so rewarding.
Yeah, I love that. I think that despite all of the challenges of being a mom and the things that are hard and the days that are hard and the thoughts that are hard, like it's literally the best experience I've ever been a part of.
It truly is.
I always knew I wanted to be a mom. I think what you think being a mom is not what it actually is. Like,
oh yeah,
until you're there, you don't realize. And you think, like, I had nieces and nephews prior to having Xander, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I love these little people.
You're my world.
So much. How can I possibly love anything more than you? And not to say that I don't love my nieces and nephews anymore, but, and it's, your love just grows in a whole different format. Like, you would go to different lengths for your children, and you challenge yourself in a whole new light, because the things that you don't like about yourself, like, you change those things so that you can be better for your children. And the things in your life that you know are toxic or whatever that you haven't been able to let go of, like, you change the world
in every way, shape, and form,
because you love these little people.
Oh, for
so much.
For sure.
It's the wildest thing.
And you think, I'm like, wow. When times are challenging, when stuff is just going rough, you're like, I'm blessed enough to get the opportunity to be a mom and to have these kids and you know what? The challenges now might be awful. There might be some terrible days, but whenever they're grown and out of your house, what your challenge is going to be that you're not the same person.
Yeah.
That now your
life looks so different in so many ways.
Yeah, but now that you're grandma and you're not in charge of them, because look what we talked about earlier, saying no to your elders.
Now you got to. Now you're challenged because your kids are rebutting you.
It flips
in a whole different light. They're telling you no as toddlers. They're telling you no as adults too.
I know it. Oh man, that's rough.
Oh my gosh, we just went down a rabbit hole.
Yeah, we did. But it's all challenges. And then it's all like, man, it makes me sad to think, like, you know, they say, you know, time flies. And then we talk about stuff like this, and I'm sitting here just going through the motions of life and the bad days. Oh, it was such a bad day. But it's like, you're not going to have a bad poopy diaper day 10 years from now. Mm-hmm. You know, it's going to be a bad sports day or something different. And then it's you and Brady, it's me and Justin, and we're just going to be doing life. Hopefully having grandkids. And, you know, honestly, I'm like, I pray all the time. I'm like, Lord, please let me be able to see my grandkids, my grandkids' kids. Yes. Let me live and be healthy enough to experience all of that. And I want to be able to run around with them and just, you know, man, because I'm like,
I love my grandma.
These are my people.
I hope that someday that I'm even half a grandma that she is.
Yeah.
So, you know, I think that's, gosh.
Full circle here.
What an experience.
I know. Well, anyway, to wrap this full circle all the way up, do you have a mom win or fail?
You go first.
Okay. So, I'm just going to go ahead and call this a win because I'm speaking it into existence.
Okay.
Okay? It's homecoming week. It's already rough. I already wanted to cry like 3 times.
Oh, man. They're doing homecoming week during Halloween.
Yes.
And so, that better.
So along with all of that, we have to dress up like all of these, you know, they have all of these themes for homecoming week.
Pause.
Oh, yeah, Kylie's outfit.
I am having Spirit Week at work, and today is Dynamic Duo, although we are dressed up as a trio. So me and two of the other girls are the Powerpuff Girls. What you can't see is my bow. I took that off because I thought that was probably not appropriate.
She normally doesn't wear eyelashes. Eyelashes, eyeshadow.
I was like, my eyelashes are what they are. Thank you, Cam. I do not normally wear pink eyeshadow. Or my hair in a ponytail. Like, I don't know that I wear hair in a ponytail ever.
When she got here, I was like, are you a cheerleader? And then I was like, wait, you're a Powerpuff Girl. But anyway.
I don't do this every day.
But anyway, homecoming week is so much pressure on parents.
Yes.
And it's like there's a dress-up theme every day. There's moms. There's all of the things that are going on.
Yeah.
And I mean, honestly, it has to be challenging for, you know, families who aren't buying their kids all the things for all the dress up themes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Kinsey asked me to buy her a Gru outfit from Despicable Me and then changed her mind and wanted a shark.
Oh my God.
And I was a good sport about it. I
wanted to see the Gru outfit though.
Oh man, I know, me too. A bald Kinsey. Oh my gosh. And she has so much hair. I don't even know how we're going to do it, but we're going to figure it out. They dressed up as sharks, her and 3 girlfriends. It was so cute. I'll have to show you the picture in a second. Gangster sharks. They had like chains and grill and sunglasses.
Okay.
Grills is a term.
Grills. Okay, that is from our era.
Yeah.
You know, robbed a jewelry store.
Until made me a grill. Mm-hmm. Smile for me. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, sorry. But I'm claiming this as a win because it's been extremely challenging for me. My patience and everything else. We have practice every night until 5:30. We have an event tomorrow. We have the game and a dinner Friday. We have an event, 2 parties, and an event on Saturday. And I'm already tired. So I'm going to claim this as a win. And it's just going to be the best week ever. Everything is going to be smooth. No arguing. No needing things randomly at the last minute, like 10 o'clock, whenever you realize that you forgot something and the stores are closed. So
bring back 24-hour Walmart.
Right. But anyway, I'm thinking to the future. It's going to be a win. And next week, I'm going to be like, oh, it was the best week ever. And like it wasn't even a drag. Because you know what? Sometimes in order to be positive during the negative, you just have to think about it more positively.
Yep.
But yeah.
I don't know if mine's a mom win or a mom fail. I guess it depends on how you look at it. So this weekend we carved pumpkins.
Aw.
I waited because Brady wanted to see Xander touch the pumpkin guts. So I waited until he got off work to come and watch. And Xander, of course, was taking a nap. So when he finally woke up, we started working on the carving and pulling just all the yuck out of the pumpkin. My kid was not having it. My not scared of anything son was scared of pumpkin guts. Now, I don't know if it's because we too quickly after his nap, like stripped him down and had him start trying to because he was like literally
a texture thing maybe?
He didn't even touch it. He wouldn't even touch it.
He's like, that looks like it's going to be sticky. That's funny.
But what's so funny is he will get into anything else.
But not pumpkins.
But not pumpkins. So, I mean, mommy, because I kept trying to force pumpkin on him. I'll show you the videos. Like, big, pouty
when the real tears roll down their cheeks.
No, he never cried. He just like, you know. So, me and mommy for making him try and touch pumpkin. And I mean, I kept on. Because I love to cuff pumpkin. Like,
he'll get over it.
I'm hoping one day, so like Lucas, my nephew, who is like 6 months older than Xander, he's like, in one of the pictures, he's holding the pumpkin crud, and he's like handing it to Xander, and Xander's like, don't.
Like, absolutely not.
Don't touch me with that.
That's funny.
So it was hilarious. I couldn't help but laugh.
I know. I always laugh in moments like that, too. I'm just like, well, this be a story.
Builds character.
Exactly. Anyway. Thank you for tuning in to the Momsense podcast. I'm Kambria.
And I'm Kyleigh.